Yo, what's going on, y'all? This video gonna tie into my last video about why you're not seeing progress on your fitness journey, right? You say you be doing this for a couple months, a couple of weeks. Well, I say about 2 or 3 months, you ain't seen no progress, right? So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that stuff. So it all comes down to your diet, um, the workout you're doing, and be consistent, right? So we're gonna start off with diet first, right? Because a good diet is a big factor in the way your body looks. You see, a lot of these foods that y'all eating has a whole bunch of calories in it. Y'all gotta start looking at the damn calories on the damn food y'all eating, right? Like even foods like mayo, ketchup, uh, butter, um, drinks. See, drinks plays has a whole bunch of calories too. You see, let's say you wake up in the morning, right? Let's say, okay, for instance, right? Let's say we go to Waffle House. You get like an all-star meal. That's like 1,000. I believe that's like almost 1,000 calories right there. Let's say you get an orange juice, right? Boom, you get an orange juice. That's like what, 200 calories right there. So that's like what? I ain't that good at math. That's probably like what, 1,100 calories, something like that. I ain't good at math, you know. I gotta go look at the shit, but I know it's up there, right? And let's say that you'll get lunch. For lunch, you get a Chick-fil-A sandwich, like a Chick-fil-A sandwich, with a fry, right? Fries are a big part of calories too. You see, a medium fry at McDonald's is like 380 calories, right? Plus the drink and plus the meal you get. But the thing is, that fast food don't really fill you up, to be honest with you. It just, when I go get fast food, it never really fills me up. To be honest with you, it just goddamn fills me up for like maybe 2 hours, an hour or so, not the whole day with fast food, unless you get a whole bunch of food. But now that comes with a whole bunch of calories too. If you get a whole bunch of food for fast food, so I don't recommend doing that neither. So yeah, for boom, you get lunch, you go to Chick-fil-A, and then dinner, let's say um you get another meal too. Let's say you got them go to. I'm trying to think of a place people like to go to. I don't know, whatever. So you get fast food again for dinner, right? Like I said, all that is gonna add up, and that's bad calories right there. See, that may be like around 3,000, 2,800 calories, 3,000 calories, plus the drinks and stuff. That's a whole bunch of fat foods, dog. Like a lot of these fast food places has a whole bunch of fat, a whole bunch of calories, a whole bunch of grease, oils, a whole bunch of everything. You don't know what they put in that damn food calorie wise. Like I said, plus goddamn condiments too, like sauces, like Chick-fil-A sauce. That's calories too. All that adds up. And drinks. You see, you go get drink a goddamn Sprite, a Coke, a Mountain Dew. Like I said, 300 calories, and all that adds up over time. But you're not really gonna realize it because it's not really making you full. Pretty much, you want to eat foods that's gonna make you full. You see, for instance, right? My mom had took me to. She said try out this spot called the Bando over there. It's called the Bando over in Atlanta, and I went and tried it out. I got a 10. I think it was like a 12-piece wing with fries, right? And when I tell y'all, when I ate the 12-piece wing with the fries too, it I was still hungry afterwards. Like it didn't fill me up or nothing. And if you get like a drink to go with that too. Now, I don't know how much calories that would be in a 12-piece wing with fries, but I know it's a lot. I'm already knowing it's a lot, bro. But the thing is, it didn't fill me up. Matter of fact, I was more hungry. To be honest with you, you just keep on eating and eating and eating and building up calories because you know you're not getting full off these fats in these foods, bro. That's how you be fat still, or get obese, be fat, because these foods, they're not making you full. To be honest with you, when you get a protein meal, when you get a protein meal like ground beef, the lean ground beef, right? The 90-10, 95-7, whatever. That's what I get. I get the 90-10 ground beef. And that with some and I pair that up with some eggs, with some rice, and a protein shake, right? That right there, it fills me. I can eat that the whole day. Like I can eat it nonstop, right? Cause it's good foods. Like you can eat stuff like that, and since it's protein, since it ain't no high in fats, instead of getting the regular ground beef, where it's high in, the regular. high in fats, right? You get the 90-10 protein. Like I said, pair that up with some air. Pair that up with some eggs, some rice. And you got you a meal for the whole day. For I had that. I made that with Tuesday, and I had that the whole week from like to like Friday, right? Like I said, that's a whole for breakfast. And I had that for breakfast, lunch, and here we go. Yeah, I had that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? But like I said, it's good, healthy foods, bro, and it's protein. It goes in with my goals too. It helps me hit my protein goal. And like I said, you can eat that the whole day. You can eat that nonstop, and you won't gain fat, gain weight. Also, you can throw in, instead of having um some cereal like cinnamon toast crunch, goddamn, these fruity pebbles cereals. You can have some goddamn, some honey oats, some honey oats, right? That cereal is low in goddamn sugar. It's not really high in protein, but I ate that because I ain't trying to eat all these sugary cereals. You know what I mean? Because you thinking like that stuff don't really mean nothing, but it does. Like all that stuff, you eating these bad foods, these fat foods, it all adds up. Like I said, the sauces, all that, bro. I'm telling you, all that stuff adds up way more than you way more than you would realize, because like I said, it's not making you full. So you thinking, oh, I ain't full, so I just got down eat some more. No, bro. Like like I said, that's how you get fat, obese, because you're not really realizing that. But you get the healthy foods. When you eat a lot the healthy foods, and it's gonna make you healthy. Your body gonna, like I said, the food you put in your stomach, your body is going to show. That's why like I said, at the start of this year, I was at a higher body fat because I used to eat a whole bunch of French toast, a whole bunch of pancakes, all that stuff. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. Oh, plus French toast, pancakes, right? What we put on? What do we put on? What do we put on the pancake stuff, right? The syrup. You see, the syrup has a whole bunch of calories too, and I used to drench my goddamn pancakes, whatever I get in syrup, right? That is calories too, and it's sweet sugar. You see, that's what I'm saying. The stuff that we do on a daily basis, you're not really realizing how much calories it adds up until you go look at it. You see, I remember I used to go eat Chipotle. When I used to eat Chipotle on a daily basis, I used to always get chips. But if you go to Chipotle, right, look at the menu on top, and you're gonna see the chips. It's gonna say, like, I think it was like 500 calories. This small bag of chips has 500 calories, bro. I believe it was 500 calories plus queso like what, 220 calories, something like that, 200 something. So that's already 700 calories plus the bowl you get. Whatever bowl you get, that's what, about 1,000. So add the 7, so that's 1,700. Drink, that's another 300, 2,000 right there. And then let's say you get another meal, right? Boom, the drinks. Like drinks, add a whole bunch of more. If you're gonna get the best thing I think you should do is start drinking, water or goddamn zero sugar drinks. That's what I do. Like the drinks, I drink mostly water now, bro. Either I'm drinking water or goddamn zero sugar drink, right? Or if I go play basketball, I might get like a Powerade and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, like, drinks, they are a huge factor in the calories, bro. And y'all don't really realize this stuff because, you're not really looking at the damn label, looking at the calories and stuff, because that's something most people don't do, including me at one point. I wasn't doing that. But once I start looking at the calories and stuff and adding all this stuff up, it's a big jump. It's a huge jump. And that's why I said, like, that's why a lot of y'all not gonna see, a lot of y'all might not see progress in it because you're not realizing how much calories all this stuff had. I just gave y'all sauces, ketchup, mayo, syrup, all that stuff, bro. Plus drinks. Like I said, if you gonna drink, bro, and drinking beer, liquor, calories too, they ain't good for you. So if you're gonna drink, bro, like drinks, get some water or some goddamn zero sugar drinks, dog. Mostly water. Juices. Look at the calories in the juice, all the sugars and all that. Like I'm talking about, like the you go to the store and buy the little juice jug, orange juice, apple juice, all that, all that stuff adds up. That's what I'm telling you. Like your diet, that's a big that your diet. You don't really realize what you eating and stuff because like I said, most people, including myself, didn't look at it. Okay, then point number two is your workouts. What are you doing in the gym when you're working out? When you go to the gym, bro, get you some whatever you gotta do. Lock in and do what you gotta do. You see, a lot of y'all go to the gym, y'all stall BS, whatever, go on your phone, get distracted, whatever, dog, Go to your gym or go whatever you doing, bro, working out, running, whatever. Just put some headphones in, listen to some goddamn music, some goddamn podcast, whatever motivates you. Put that in your ear and listen to it and lock in. If you got put your phone on D&D, if you got do that, do that. Do whatever you gotta do to lock in, bro. Like I said, the workouts. And what are you doing? Like how many sets are you doing? Are you going hard every single rep? Are you doing all that stuff, bro? Are you locking in with your workouts, dog? Like I said, if you have 3 sets or something, make sure you get all the reps in, bro. Don't half-ass the reps. Like actually lock in and do what you gotta do in the gym. Cause like I said, you also gotta make sure the workouts you're doing are clean, good workouts. Like I said, bro, just lock in and do it, dog. It ain't hard. Like I said, it's all a mindset thing, pretty much. Once you know in your mind that you can do it, you're gonna separate yourself from everybody out here. And then goes on to point number 3 is, are you being consistent? Are you going to the gym? Are you doing Mondays you going to the gym? Say Monday you do legs. Say Tuesday you do arms. Say Wednesday you do shoulders. Say Thursday you do cardio. Are you being consistent with that? Pretty much. Are you going to the gym Mondays? Skip Tuesdays. Skip Wednesdays. What are you doing, dog? Like you gotta be consistent with your work. With the schedule, the days you go to the gym, right? Because if you're not being consistent with the body, it ain't gonna show. It's like making money, dog. If you go to work goddamn Monday, you don't go Tuesday, you go Wednesday, your check gonna be looking all types of crazy. But if you go 5 days a week for your job, your check gonna be the same, or you ain't gonna be looking crazy because you know what you're getting. The work you putting in is gonna come out pretty much. Like like I said, when I was last year, when I was like a little more leaner, a little more skinnier, I was going to the gym, but I was doing my workouts every single day for like 5 to 6 months. And that sounds like crazy, but it really ain't, because like I said, it just right here. It's all a mindset thing, bro. And like I said, when you go out in public, right? When you go out in public, shopping, the mall, wherever you want to go, I tell you what, y'all know I'm about to say, you're going to stand out, bro. Because the work you put in is going to show. Like I said, you go any of these places, dog, they're going to look at you. You putting that work in, you got that lean physique with the muscles, you're going to stand out, bro. You're going to stand out. Like, because you putting the work in. Most people ain't willing to do this, bro. Most people ain't willing to goddamn look at calories. Goddamn, like, look at the calories they eating. Look at the calories they drinking. They're not willing to look at the back of the label and eat the right foods in life. Like, you doing this is like what? Man, I said this is like what? 90% of people who ain't doing this. 90 to 95% of people in the world. Now, yeah, bro. So when you doing all this stuff, dog, like, you're gonna separate yourself from the average person. So back to my points. And one, like I said, the calories, your diet, all that stuff. Like I said, big factor. Two, are you doing the correct workouts, right? Are you going to the gym and doing the right things and hitting the right muscles, whatever you want to get bigger? Are you targeting the right thing? Are you doing that, man? Are the workouts you're doing look like good? Are you BSing the workouts? And then 3, right? Like I said, being consistent. Are you going 5 days a week? Are you doing that? Or are you just going 1 or 2 days a week? Maybe 1 or 2 days a week. Got done 1 day a week. Whatever. You be consistent with your workouts. And like I said, you will be surprised when you see yourself in a year. 1 year, bro. Like I said, if you with that dream body for next year, you start now. Don't wait till January. You start now and do that. You want the dream with your my bad, your summer body for next year. You start now. And yeah, that's all I got for y'all, man. Catch y'all next video. Oh, make sure y'all like and subscribe.